Okay, hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are
The Canadian couple.
yes. Last couple of videos we talk about the carbs and
Protein.
yes, and vegetables for a family and a person need to store for the whole year. So today he is gonna talk about how much oil, fat or basic spice need to store for a family or person for a year.
Yeah, you're doing so
Wait,
good.
Yeah, why you put me? I practiced for like an hour ago. Am I doing good? Am my English getting better? Thank you so much.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
getting so better.
First of all, it's showing all the spices here that Chinese people don't use.
So we decided to go and look inside the pantry today and see if we could find any spices that Chinese people just don't use. Because there's only two that they really do use: soy sauce and
MSG.
MSG. Yes, all of these they don't. If you are storing food, you want to store the spices that your family likes, that you enjoy. I store a lot of different ones because I do cooking outside of the house as well for sometimes large groups. So I always have a large supply of spices on hand. But my favorite one, the most common one that we use,
Seasoning salt.
Seasoning salt.
Because it has MSG. Check the ingredients. It has really have MSG.
So moving forward, we're going to take a look at how much salt, fat, and sugar you need
Yes.
for one person for 1 year.
Yeah.
So after spices, the first thing that we're going to talk about is fats. Subject I'm quite aware of myself. Thank you, honey. So for a single person for an entire year, they suggest that you have about 25 pounds of fat. So what does that look like? Between fats and oils, I'll go through my favorites to my least favorite. So my favorite is olive oil. We use it in pretty much all the cooking that we do. It is not good for high heat, and so you just want to be cautious with that. The second is pure lard. I don't like shortening or vegetable shortening. We like the natural fats. Next is salted butter. This is my next favorite. Sometimes you can find it on sale. It really sucks. It hasn't been on sale for almost half a year. When it does go on sale, we usually buy quite enough, about 20 or 30 blocks of this. Right now, it hasn't been on sale since last Christmas. And peanut butter. Also oils. Peanut butter goes great with almost anything. We usually keep 3 or 4 of these on the shelves at any time. And my least favorite is canola oil. Really good for high heat cooking. We don't use it very often. The only time that we use it is when we're making French fries or chicken wings. So I want to tell a quick story about lard. My dad was born in 1933, and when he lived on the farm, he said what they would do is they would make their own lard and they would butcher pigs. So they would cook them and they would actually store them in barrels full of lard. And throughout the winter, they would eat the lard, and once they got down to the meat, they would dig out the meat and eat it, and it was a nice treat for them in the middle of winter. Lard does last for a long time, and you can use it to store food as well. The reason why we like butter is, as opposed to margarine, is it is a natural fat. It's natural. Margarine melts at room temperature. This does not. This is a natural fat. It lasts for a long time. You can buy it, you can freeze it, and you can use it in everything. Makes everything taste better, even Chinese food.
Yes, exactly.
Olive oil, you want to get good quality olive oil. You want to make sure it's extra virgin or pure olive oil. We always have one of these. This will last us usually about a year before we have to buy another one. And peanut butter. Eva loves peanut butter.
Just before bath.
And she puts it on a spoon and just eats it.
Yeah, like snacks. When I'm on keto.
Yes, and you can't hear her because her microphone isn't on, but it's okay. It's okay. And my least favorite, canola oil. This is vegetable motor oil. That's what it was originally made for. It was made during the military, during the war, because they ran out of oil. This was to be used in the engines. And after the war, they had a surplus and they decided it's a good thing to cook with. As far as salt goes, they say to have about 5 pounds for one person for a year. This right here is about 10 pounds, just shy of 10 pounds. And this is just iodized table salt. There's many different varieties of salt. There's pickling salt, kosher salt. If you are storing it to eat, table salt with iodine is fine. If you are using it for pickling, you want to make sure that it is just plain salt and not iodized. An honorable mention, yeast. They say to have 1 pound per person for a year. We always store lots of yeast because there's lots of things that we do with it. We make lots of bread and
Dumplings.
and Chinese dumplings, that's right. And we make other things out of yeast as well. Next is sweeteners. Sugar, honey, stuff like that. There's nothing sweeter than,
Me.
well, that's true. That is true. They suggest that you have 60 pounds of sugar for one person for 1 year. Now, that's a mixture of all the types of sugar sweeteners that you have. You want to make sure, I like natural sugar just because it is good. We also have brown sugar as well as stevia and a bunch of other natural sweeteners. So our sugar that we normally use, we just keep in one of these totes. This is actually a dog food bin. It's airtight, it keeps it nice, and this is how we store our sugar for everyday use. There is about 20 kilograms that'll go in here. Right now there's about 15 kilograms. We also have honey. Honey is one of the best storage foods. It'll last forever.
Yes.
And it stores well, it tastes great, and there's a lot of different things that you can do with honey. It is also a good antibiotic. If you do have a cut, the bubbles that form on natural honey on top is hydrogen peroxide. You can put that on a wound and your wound will get better much faster than just sitting in open air. Next, we have sugary drinks. So if you do have children and you are planning on keeping them with you, if you need food storage, you want them to be happy. Sugary drinks is one of the things that will make them happy. And when they crash, they'll just go to sleep, so it's fine. Then you have alone time.
Okay.
That's it. Bye.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
So that was our video on fats, sweets. And if you were to look at both of us, one of us is more fat and one of us is more sweet.
Yeah. Fat and sweet. We should change our name. Fat and sweet.
Or dumpling and pierogies.
Okay. Thanks for watching our video today. If you like our video, or at least our video gives you a little bit information, please subscribe to us.
Yes.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. What's up?
Bye.
Sure.
Not yet.
Look at this hair on my chin. I need to cut it off. It's actually
Yeah,
really
we'll put that in the video.
Yeah, that's going to be in the video.
Can you cut it off?
We are recording.
Holy
Good
crap.
night.
Finally. Thank you.
I was going to pull it.
No,
I should-
I've already tried. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. You're welcome, Shaggy.